Fragrance Army, welcome to the Robes08 channel. Subscribe. I've always been proud to review a product in front of me and forget the noise surrounding its release. In this case, it's really important to take the character of Jeremy Fragrance and picking him up and throwing him against the wall. Boom. Don't need to talk about him and all the marketing scheme that he's been doing surrounding this release. You know, the price point, the different batches, the different bottles, all this stuff. You know what I want to talk about on the Robes08 channel? What do we talk about? We talk about the nose behind the fragrance. We talk about the packaging, the bottle, the atomizer, and of course, the fragrance inside the bottle. That's what we're here for. So there's no need for me to put honest review all over the thumbnail. You know what you're going to get on the Robes08 channel. We're going to go on a little journey here. Office for Men. It's up to bat. Let's go. Fragrance family, welcome to another unboxing video on my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing, of course, Office for Men from the brand of Fragrance.One. And of course the spokesman, the owner of the brand, we all know, YouTube personality, Jeremy Fragrance. So before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I want to personally thank, first of all, Jeremy Fragrance and his whole team at Fragrance.One for the generous shipment of bottles sent to me. They sent me Office for Men, Date for Men. So just to let you guys know, these were supplied to me. I did not purchase them with my own money. And I want to thank him because he gave me multiple bottles so I can do some giveaways. So again, he didn't need to do that. So thank you so much to Jeremy and his team. So while you're here, because probably a lot of people from his fragrance armies here, why not take the time to subscribe down below, hit that bell so you can keep tabs on yours truly. Maybe you want to check out my Date for Men, which is going to get unboxed too in next coming weeks, we'll say. I'm also all over social media. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and also Facebook under my YouTube channel name, Robes08. Talking about social media, I do have one of the bigger Facebook fragrance pages, which is a group called Fragrance Guru Nation. We're up to 17,500 members. We're waiting for you to join us today. So in my hand here, I currently have batch 3 of Office for Men. This was his initial launch fragrance for his brand, Fragrance.One. There was obviously batch 1, which came with no cap, and ooh, he got roasted for that, poor Jeremy. And then it came into batch 2, which was a clear bottle, which looked like this, but clear. And now we have batch 3, which is also a limited edition on his website. So I don't know if we're going to have a batch 4 or if this is the end of it. So I currently have this batch. I've not smelt batch 1 and 2. So just keep that in mind. At day of launch today of this video, I don't think he samples, so there's no sampling program. I know that he launched 10 ml bottles now for both Date and Office, so that could be an affordable way to test out his fragrances, just as an FYI. So like I said in my introduction, I'm not here to discuss Jeremy and the noise surrounding him and his channel. There's enough about the price tag of this stuff way back when and the cap and all this junk. I'm going to put that noise all away. This is all about just the fragrance here. Now, I'm a realist. This was sent to me as a part of a marketing push. I'm okay with that. One thing I can give to him is that he can market himself to a certain demographic. I will, because of his demographic. His demographic may be newer heads in our fragrance game, and they may watch this video. I'm going to take the time to educate them a little bit on some products here and there, quality of bottles, atomizers, the nose, Alberto, of course, and pricing. So I'm going to take a little more time on this particular video here, even though it's an unboxing. I want to talk a little bit about the product that's in my hand here, just because there's so much spotlight in here. And I want people that can't really sample this, really want to get a gist of someone like me that owns thousands of bottles, that has done YouTube for 10 plus years. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see in this product versus everything. Now, I've tried bottles that are $5. I'm telling you, $5 right up to $3 grand. So I've seen it all. So I can let you know a little bit about the nose too. Alberto, I know Alberto quite well. I own a lot of his creations, and some of them so he also goes from the gamut from $5 to $500 to $600 fragrances. So I'm going to take a little bit more time. So my current viewership, please be patient with me on this video for that, and I appreciate that. So first and foremost, I want to say that I'm extremely proud of our YouTube fragrance community and how people on this platform are branching out. And shout out to the original YouTuber, which is John from the brand Kerosene. Back in 2010 and 11, he had a YouTube channel, and he started his YouTube channel and then he turned himself into a successful niche brand. So to clear that up, he was the first YouTuber to release a brand of his own. He doesn't have his channel anymore. He got rid of his channel. He's not reviewing anymore, but I wanted to give him his kudos because he's doing a stellar job out there. I do support all YouTubers that do branch out, and I currently have with me, and you guys are going to see that in the next coming months, I have not only Jeremy's Office for Men, which is here, Date for Men also, which I'm going to tackle later on. Also have fellow YouTuber Mr. Oz's stuff. I have Steven's Navitus line, and also have Peter from the channel Fragrance View, his line too. So to all those creators, thank you so much for sending me your stuff. I will give my 2 cents, as I always do on my channel. I'm going to take my time with every single fragrance, and they all come at this fragrance thing in a different way. So I certainly really appreciate that, and I find it very much interesting. So I can't wait to see what our content creators have done. You know, not everybody can afford to do the Jeremy route and get a all-star perfumier like Mattias on his team, and a huge backing like that. We have some people like Peter and Mr. Oz that create their own thing, and then we got Steven also that has some all-star perfumiers like De Chafour on his side. So very, very interesting lines, and I can't wait to delve into them. As much as I support these YouTubers, some of them I can call friends. I'll be mentioning their brands on my channel. And they say any marketing is good marketing. So if I say good or bad things, it's always good to have your name out there in social media. And that I will do you just cause. But just because I know you and I know your channel and you sent me this stuff, I'm not stepping aside on my judgment. So I'm going to go as hard as I am going to go with any other big brand. I'm going to talk about the nose behind it, the formula, the bottle, the packaging, performance, and everything. I will not substitute that for a free bottle. And this may cause not getting any more free bottles, but that's okay. So first and foremost, let's take a look at packaging for Office for Men. So right now I'm just looking at the box, and I know Jeremy likes his simplistic stuff, but this looks like, really, a fancy tester box, really. I got a couple tester bottles, boxes that I have, comparing it to this thing. And yeah, Jeremy, man, step up your game. I'm just saying, right? Tester boxes, this looks like almost a fancy tester box. Yeah, it's just a tester box, or it's just a box. And for a collector like me, I can see where you're already cutting corners here. For $175 USD fragrance, you are going into a niche territory, and this box simply isn't cutting it, honestly. At least pull up your socks and make a box that reflects a designer release. Put some color onto it, make it a little nicer. Sorry, but you lose points here, buddy. Attention to detail, to me, super important, even if it's just a box. Now, the nose that Jeremy picked, Alberto Mattias. I'd pick him because of commercial success. That's about it. Jeremy sees Alberto as successful, and he is. However, his creations are something less to be desired at the price point that this is marketed at. I haven't smelt a Mattias release that is $150 USD or more and worth the money. And that's just me being honest because I've tested a lot of his stuff. Now, to me, Alberto doesn't have that extra gear that a lot of perfumiers do. They step up their designer releases to niche releases. You know, I'm thinking of Jean-Claude Elena, I'm thinking of Francis K, Bertrand de Chafour, which I feel these creators have some solid designer releases, and they have some really poor ones. But at the same time, when you start going into niche, higher end price tag type of releases, some of these perfumiers step up their game. Mattias, not so much. He's Mr. Designer. He's Mr. 90s to me. I feel like CK1, ADG. It feels like releases from the past. That was his huge commercial success. And I know why Jeremy Fragrance did pick him for his release because of this commercial success. But at this price point, I need to compare this release to niche releases. And nothing on his resume screams Mattias actually stepping up. Alberto's resume is all but really busy. In 2019 alone, he had 37 releases under his name. In 2018, he had 36 releases. He may be the busiest nose in the game, but being busy does not mean that you're always going to hit a home run. Mattias is one of these perfumiers that once in a while, he's going to hit a home run for you. But which every home run he hits, there's about 30 grounders, strikeouts, and bunts that come into play. So with Mattias, it's really a game, a dice game with his releases. So is he always on point? No, you're going to find some Alberto Mattias fragrances in the bargain bin. So now let's get into unboxing. Main point here is it is eau de parfum, so it's an EDP concentration. Also, the price tag, I've already stated it, it's 175 USD. So this is in the niche territory. You know, everything designer is under it as far as price point goes. Now, the price point is a moving target. I've never seen this before. Well, I haven't seen a lot of this before in the fragrance industry, that price points just keep moving around because he's getting buy one, get ones. He's getting 20% off here, 40% off here, 60% off here. So it's always a moving target, but we're going to go with the retail price of 175 USD because really the best deal is the BOGO. But a lot of people, do they really want to buy two fragrances? Two of the same bottles? I don't know. So we're going to go with the 175 USD, but it is definitely a moving target. And as a reviewer, that's kind of hard to judge it as a fragrance. So we'll go with that. So let's get into unboxing. Let's unbox Office for Men. And now I'm not going to put this on skin today, so just letting you know, I will do, if you guys want to see a Pop the Cherry, which if you're new to my channel, that's my first impression. So I wear a fragrance on my skin for the day and kind of do a video on it and let you know how I feel about it. So I can do that on this particular fragrance today. I'm just going to unbox it, take a look at the bottle, spray it on a strip here, one of my strips, and let you know what I get from it. So let's unbox this sucker. And let's see what we get here. So the bottle itself, ooh, okay. Well, already, now again, the juice is the most important thing, but 175, that's a pretty high price point. You're looking at all the designer releases and their presentations and a lot of niche releases and their presentations. So you got to look at who you're comparing this to and for this price point. First and foremost, already looking at this bottle, this looks like Kenneth Cole. It looks like a bargain bin fragrance bottle. It does. It looks like I think it's Mankind, which has a better cap than this. I'm going to get to the cap, but the bottle itself looks like it's clean. It's a nice clean bottle, but it looks like a Kenneth Cole bottle, which meets like a CK1 bottle. So those are both kind of bargain bin fragrances. You know, you're going to get those for $20, $30 at a bargain bin. So a far cry from 175 USD. So that is a huge deal for a collector like me. Someone like me in the fragrance game, I've seen a lot of bottles, and for this price tag, this is clearly unacceptable. I really feel like if I'm paying this, again, I got mine for free, but if I'm paying this type of pricing, Kenneth Cole bottles aren't going to cut it for me. Now, I'm not going to talk much about Kenneth Cole or CK because they're at $20, $30 price tag. But for this price point, I am going to talk about it in a fragrance review because I feel like, again, we're cutting corners. We're cutting cost here. I get the simplistic look that he's looking for, but I appreciate a brand that takes the time to spend some money on a really good atomizer. I like a unique design. I'm not going to dog Jeremy like the others that said Office Batch 1 didn't have a cap. It is what it is, but this isn't giving me much hope. I'll be quite honest. Lazy packaging through and through. The cap itself, this is probably the thinnest metal I've ever seen in my life, honestly. And we can't even dress the atomizer a little bit and kind of, you know, hide the crimp right here on the bottle. So those are things that, hey, a fragrance that's going to be $150 USD. Yeah, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that. So again, I'm not trying to go super hard on the guy, but I am. That's unacceptable for the bottle. So let's get to spraying this thing. So disclaimer here, yes, I'm in this fragrance community and I already know that people are comparing this to Aventus and they're comparing this to Sauvage by Christian Dior. So I'm not under a rock and I don't know this information. However, this is my first time smelling this fragrance. I own both Aventus. I actually don't like Aventus. I'm probably one of the only ones that really doesn't like Aventus. It's a good fragrance, but for the price point, eh. Sauvage is junk, is the worst Dior release of all time. I really hate that fragrance. So this may not bode well for Office for Men. And I'll be honest, I don't like those fragrances. And if they remind me of that, oof, it's not going to be a good start. But let's get into it. Let's smell Office for Men because I know that's why you guys clicked. A couple sprays here or there. One for the community. Always one for the community. So Office for Men, Jeremy, again, thank you. Let's delve into this one. She's fresh. Yeah, that bergamot sparkling. Well, on the test strip, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, that bergamot sparkles a little bit. No pineapple here, so it utilizes the same bergamot as it would in Aventus, of course. Sauvage, I was kind of thinking that I was going to get a peppery kick here. I'm not getting much of that. Oh, now it's dying down. Yeah. Okay. So fresh, clean. Bergamot is your central theme up top, off the strip. Very easy to compare it. I could see the sparkling bergamot in this is actually really close to Aventus. For my nose, it really does. The bergamot steals a lot of that. It doesn't have that birch. Doesn't have that pineapple. It has some fruitiness to it. It has a little bit of that sweetness there. It's not bad. It smells designerish. It smells, here comes a little bit of the peppery kick, a little bit of it. It doesn't really remind me of Sauvage on here. I almost feel like putting this on my skin. Unfortunately, I have another fragrance on my skin, so I'm just going to double dip here. Very much fresh. Office, yeah, I could see that. Very bright on the bergamot. Some people are compared to shower gel. It's not as bad as Dylan Blue, I'll tell you that. And it's the same nose that did it. It's not bad. Clean, fresh. Does it stand out? No. It's a designer release with a niche price, basically. This is not timeless. It's stealing from what is popular today. It almost seems like the brief to Mattias was take all the top 10 Macy releases and make me something like that. Really. Mass appealing, copy of everything that sells. There's nothing unique here. It feels like if you put this beside Sauvage, Dylan Blue, ADG Profumo, Bleu de Chanel, even Aventus, if you put it all in a line, it'd be hard to discern this one. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing that he's brought up that type of quality, that it's around what's selling right now. Again, this is off a test strip, so any newbies out there that are watching my video, This doesn't tell everything, the whole story. I rather put it on skin, wear it for a few hours, and then kind of give you my take. But I'm wearing something today, something else as a fragrance, so I wanted to put on a test strip on unboxings. But if you want to pop the cherry, comment below, and I will wear it for a few days and give you like my first impression of Office for Men. But right now, this doesn't surprise me. Am I disappointed? No, this is exactly what I kind of figured this was going to be. Not unique, designer-ish. Is it worth $175 USD for the bottle if you got no coupon code? Hell no. 100%? No. Zero. He took a huge chance on building this brand. Kudos to Jeremy. Awesome. You know, that takes a lot of guts to do. However, he took so much chances with the brand. He took zero chances with the fragrance. That's the thing. He went safe with this release. And for office-based scent, I could see that works. It's safe. I could see it working for that price point. I don't know. It all depends on all of you. Jeremy does work hard on his videos. I could see the way he pumps out a lot of videos. That takes a lot of work, but the creativity in this particular scent is not there. I can imagine going to Alberto and just say, do exactly what's out there. And this type of fragrance won't last the test of time. It may last a good 5-10 years, may go on a really good run for 5 to 10 years, but I could hardly see it go past 5 for this one. I'll be honest. This type of release is dying down in the industry right now. So bringing out your inner CEO, his website states, more like you smell like the intern. But all in all, I'm having fun with it. Again, not as bad. And I know a lot of people thought, you know, I'm the resident snob on YouTube in the fragrance game. I felt the introduction was actually okay. It's exactly where I thought it was going to be. And I'm not, you know, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not overly excited about it. Would I spend my money, $175 USD? Would I buy it on BOGO? I would not. I'm not interested in this type of scent. I already got a bunch of these. It's nothing new in the industry. However, Jeremy, if you're watching this, give me a call. I'll be your creative director for your next release, which will be called Perfection for Men. You got the right guy right here. I'll do that. Give me 10%. I'm good for you. We'll do Perfection for Men. As always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good one.